you what it's telling me. That's it. I'm just telling you what it's telling me. This time it tells me it's at 4K. So whatever you did, if it was nothing, W. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the Three Grandmas podcast, yapping about movies, which should have come out
Podcasting about podcast. Yes.
Yeah, podcasting about podcasting.
Yeah.
It should have come out last week, but I was sick. I was coughing like a motherfucker, but I'm coughing a lot less now. So, welcome everyone. Welcome. We are talking about Prag's pick this week, and I'm gonna shut these bloody notifications off.
I'm just gonna notify, and then I will begin my dissertation. Fish Called Wanda was at a point in history, and this is a good since we did Time Bandits, it reminded me there was a period of time when Monty Python kind of broke up, but there was a real thirst and hunger for this type of comedy and for the participants in Monty Python, and there was a lot of big fan base, right? Because it was on PBS all through the US through this 80s and 70s. And so you get to the 90s and the late 80s, Terry Gilliam, and there's Michael Palin and there's John Cleese a little bit in Time Bandits, but they're really not featured. But this, A Fish Called Wanda, is written by John Cleese, who's one of the mains in Monty Python, and it features Michael Palin, who is also, he plays, the gentleman with a stutter. And then you have Kevin Kline, who ended up, I believe, being nominated. I don't know if he won the Oscar for this. And then you have beautiful ingenue from Halloween, right? What's her fucking name again?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. But anyway, this movie was it was very rare for comedies to be nominated for any Oscars or anything. This movie was very well regarded by audiences and critics because it was funny, and also the cast, the main cast, had a lot of chemistry. And upon reviewing it, I noticed a lot of other interesting things, like how well it was shot and how the action was lent to the dialogue scenes. Like there's this scene when they're coming out of the prison, and there's like a cam showing them walk down the hallway. That's the scene when I think that Ken and the Michael Palin's character, he's like pretending that he's in love with him and trying to embarrass him in the street, right? And so, like, I don't want to get too deep into it. I mean, this movie was a big hit when it came out, when I was around. Obviously, it definitely resonated with me. I've seen it so many times, and I'd love to hear what you guys know about this movie, or if you've ever heard of it.
Can I go first? I knew nothing about this movie besides its title. I'd heard about this movie. I'd heard that it was like, it was a famous comedy that came out in the 80s.
90s, early 90s,
no,
late
80s, 1988.
88 was it? I thought it was 90
yeah.
for some reason. Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. But no, I'd heard about this movie. I remember it getting like really good praise, but I don't remember it being, it's just not a movie that I'd really ever watched or seen any posters for. I didn't know who was in it, so I was surprised when I found out John Cleese was in it, and he wrote the screenplay as well. I love Kevin Kline. I've loved Kevin Kline in basically everything I've seen him in. I think he's one of the most underrated actors.
His energy
of all time.
His energy is fucking crazy.
I remember watching him even in like shitty movies, like what was that movie he did with the other three? The Morgan Freeman,
Roman Polanski.
No, not Roman Polanski.
Shawshank Redemption.
The one that when Roman made the Shawshank Redemption with Kevin Kline in a different.
He said shitty movie, so.
No, I'm talking about it's a comedy movie later in his career that basically they all go to. It was at Las Vegas. That's the one.
That set him off, though. He really had a lot of roles after. He had The Birdcage, which was big too, with La Cage aux Folles with Robin Williams.
But no, he was in Las Vegas, and he was the best part about it. Like, I feel like everyone else was kind of asleep at the wheel, but he put his all into it, even though it's not a great movie. Like, I've always just really respected Kevin
Cleven
Lee Curtis. Lee Curtis.
And it was great to see what like set him off, that this was the one, you know, this was his Oscar. He won for best supporting actor.
He was really took off like a fucking comet. And he had been around for a while, but people really responded to this performance.
And I don't know what Time thinks about his performance, but for me, like he was on another level in this movie.
There's only one way to find out.
Just absolutely insane. Just the amount of energy this man had. Like, I swear he was drinking like 5 Red Bulls before every scene.
He got me excited. Like the whole chemistry between the cast and the way they fed off each other, it's like they've been an ensemble for decades in a sitcom. You know, they just had, you know, really talented ensemble actors.
I don't know how Jamie Lee Curtis's character had like conflicted feelings like between him and John Cleese's character. Like, I get why. I get like the whole narrative of the movie. But this guy's a king. He's the biggest catch of all time. Like, this guy's a legend. I don't know. I love him.
Well, because he plays a dullard in the movie, right?
I know.
So that's part of it. And so he keeps fucking up her scams.
But he's got so much personality and so much like charisma. I mean, he's Nietzsche. He doesn't understand it, but he reads it.
Tension is why, you know, that they create.
This movie was really funny. I'll say that. This movie was really, really funny. I'll let Time
tell his relationship to this material.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the same boat as JC, where I'd heard of this movie, but I didn't know it was it's further below for me. I didn't know it was a comedy. I didn't know when it was released. I thought if I had to guess, I would have said it was like an artsy period piece. I didn't know anything about it.
I love that I got to pick a movie that you guys didn't know anything about. That's great. It's like a brand new movie that came out for you. Then it's amazing.
Exactly.
I love that.
So then, you know, you see it, and it's not completely foreign because I know the people in it. I know John Cleese. I know what was the other guy? Sandy Patinkin. What was it? What was the other guy?
Sandy Patinkin, Mandy Patinkin, Michael Palin. You talking about Mandy Patinkin? Michael Palin. Yeah,
Michael Palin.
He's amazing in this
I
too.
recognize him. I don't know him by name, but I recognize him. Jamie Lee Curtis, obviously, and then one of the worst actors in show business, next to the guy from what is it, that movie?
Las Vegas.
No, the guy who played the Riddler in the Batman movie.
Jim Carrey.
No, the newest one. What's his fucking name?
Oh, Paul Dano.
Paul Dano. This is the second worst actor. He should have his SAG certificate removed. Kevin Kline.
What the fuck?
That took a long time to get out. That wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it. He is one of the most charismatic people actors I've seen. You know, you see,
he's rizzed me. He rizzed me. He's a rizzler.
There's a joke that Conan O'Brien used to make. I'm sorry, not even a joke. It's the thing he used to say to Jeff Goldblum, where he would say, "The eye goes to Goldblum." Whenever Jeff Goldblum's in a scene, you automatically find where he's at. Because, you know, it's like, this is the same thing. Like Kevin Kline, you see him and you're like, what's he doing?
That's the guy. What's he doing next?
He's charming. He's rizzing. He's like, you know.
He's so smart. They're all smart. This is the thing. It's a smart company.
Makes sense.
Who's he married to?
Phoebe. Was it Phoebe Cates?
Phoebe Cates?
Phoebe Cates, yes. Phoebe Cates.
Oh, shit. It's a legend from the late 80s, too.
Obviously, we know. Drop Dead Fred. Great movie.
Oh, yes. Oh, she's a
banger.
That is... we talk about that movie.
It's a banger. I love that movie.
Yeah.
So that's like I said, I recognize some people. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I was completely blind.
So I love that this movie's script is so fucking, like, the storyline makes sense initially, and it's fast. The pace is it's joked in every scene also, but there's also a good story, and it's smart because, like, you know, there's all these things happening. Essentially, it's about it's about a heist, right? It's a heist, but it's also a con artist couple. They're playing boyfriend and girlfriend, or they're playing sister and brother, but they're really. But Jamie Lee Curtis is really conning him. She's out for herself. She's trying to con all the men, right? And so but then you have all these, and then Kevin Kline thinks he's brilliant, and so he has all that happening. But then he gets very jealous of her operating, and then you have Michael Palin's character who has a speech impediment, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so that should be offensive, right? But he does it with such charm, and like you're rooting for him in the same time. But it's also like Monty Python loves to do stuff, and John Cleese, it's dark comedy where you're not supposed to laugh, but it's so funny that they make you laugh. And so you have to laugh in front of other people, and like they might give you a look because maybe their uncle has a speech impediment, but you can't stop. And I think that's what that they love to do. You know, they just like to say, this is obviously funny and we're obviously laughing now, and like you're just gonna have to like, you know, enjoy the comedy in life, you know, otherwise it's just sad.
There's also go on.
Oh, just real quick. I think a lot of it is we're making fun of this specific person, not people that have, you know,
right.
like this.
And the circumstance too, and just the combination, because a good script, an intelligent comedy like this, it keeps adding and adding and adding. It never like dies down. It keeps adding, because there's the scenes where he's supposed to be a hitman and take out the old woman who's a witness to the bank robbery, right?
That's his whole subplot.
So and he's a pet lover, and so they do the dog comedy thing where the animal gets it every time, and then he gets more and more depressed, and like the, you know, just scenes like that is just really, really intelligent stuff, you know.
Yeah, and there's kind of this weird like through line as well about how the British are very like pompous, and or at least the Americans perceive the British to be really pompous.
Oh my god, yeah.
Use that.
I love his home life, John Cleese's home life with his Porsche and his wife. And they have the scene where they're showing John Cleese getting ready for bed with his wife, and he's like, you know, it's very tired, and then the excitement of what Jamie Lee Curtis is doing with Kevin Kline. I think that's brilliant too. You know, just fucking what a banger, right?
There's so many like little character things, like the fact that she's turned on by foreign accents.
The language stuff
is so hilarious. And he's not even saying anything. He's just saying like spaghetti or linguini or I don't know what he said.
That scene,
like Parmigiano.
You talk about the how they're talking about the Britishness. There's the scene where he's speaking Russian, and he's getting naked to go upstairs, right? And then the door opens, and it's like, pardon me, what are you doing here? And he keeps going, well, I might say the same thing. What are you doing here, right? And they do that whole thing. Very not the owner, the guy's leasing it? Yeah, he leased the owner leased it out. He's borrowing the apartment on the Thames.
Yeah,
it's the kids, and the kids are just standing there staring at him naked, and they're having this back and forth. And then he picks up the photo of the wife, right, and he puts it over himself.
Yeah. So good,
amazing.
I want to make a stipulation though, like when we're doing this review, because I've noticed even when we were talking about our final thoughts like last time, we still ended up getting to 9 minutes of talking, so which makes it very hard to write notes. So what I want to say is that the final thoughts are a summarization of what we've said in the review already. So time. From now on, you can leave your if you want to do your surprise or whatever, like, you know, last time. If you want to do your surprise, you could leave it till the end if you want.
Guess what? He's censoring me, so watch what happens.
Crazy. First of all, JC, you are not the director of the Three Grandmas podcast. You are a 1/3 member. No. This is I'll make all of that go away. I can make all that go away just as soon, but you do not tell time what to do. We'll figure out the time, but like you don't do it during the show either. That's the other crazy part that's happening.
I just say,
right? Because like you had a crazy fucking drive to command lately. You know what's going on with you?
No. It's not a drive. It's not a drive to.
It's a drive to command. This is a clinical term.
It's easier for me and my editor.
For you. So you and your editor. Last time I checked. Thank you. Right? See what's happening, time? How he's articulating things subconsciously. He doesn't even realize what he's doing.
Let me just say something, though.
Well, do you want to have a shot clock for the minutes? Because you better put up a 3 minutes for each person.
I might do the. I might. So listen, nothing's going to change about the show. You're going to have your like. You're going to have.
I know.
You're going to have like. You can leave it to the last minute.
Okay.
But then then the final thoughts segment is just 2 minutes of summarizing what we've already said.
I got you.
Am I running overtime? Hold on. Am I running overtime?
Everyone's running overtime. Everyone's running overtime. We're adding new stuff, okay? Which is the problem. We start talking about new stuff.
The final thoughts is a total summation. Nothing new.
Try to lock it in. Try to lock it in.
Yeah.
Okay. But my quarrel now is with the presentation of the notes, right? Because it's very.
This is great.
Like, you do this and you do that, and like that's not what this is. Right?
No. I wasn't saying
good for us.
That's just my impression. I know, and I apologize if I misunderstood what you were trying to say. And that's why we don't do the meetings live, but maybe we should. It's really better content.
Yeah, it is good content. But yeah, so I was just preempting time. If he's going to reveal his thoughts, do it in the final thought segment. But you can do it to the end.
But do you see how unnerving it is for time? Because he's trying to discuss the film that he reviewed, because we should be here about this beautiful film, this little treasure that you didn't know about. And we've been derailed, right, by ego. Unfortunately,
it was an ego. It was me.
Only ego could command someone to disrupt someone's beautiful impression of A Fish Called Wanda.
You get a 9-minute segment, and you're trying to write notes for it, and it's a gargantuan effort because you're going through it second by second. It becomes a problem. But Time, what do you think of this movie, huh?
I found this movie not hard to watch, but hard to laugh. Because I recognize it's funny. These are funny people. They were doing funny things, but it wasn't like gut busting laughter. I was just like, oh, that's funny. I can see what they're doing there, but I wasn't like cracking up. There's a couple times where I was like genuinely cracking up, like at the end when he shot that thing and like crushed the dog and the lady's walking, right, pulling that was just, it's so stupid. That was funny, and then she just dies next to it. Like that was funny to me.
And also the setup, like he's like aiming at her,
and then he shows up and he's laughing. It's like a relief that he did it.
How about when Kevin Kline hangs him John Cleese upside down to get him to apologize? Right,
that apology was hilarious to me.
That's a classic scene, and I think the French fry scene when he keeps torturing him by putting like French fries up his nose and eating the fish tank stuff, which is horrible and evil because but at the same time, it's so fucking wild.
Easily, go on.
The apology scene was so next level funny to me because he's a judge, so he's essentially just apologizing and legally speak.
Right.
It's just cracking me up.
Very apologize at the bottom of my heart.
Minor jokes that I was like, oh, that's funny. But
that's what it's supposed to do. Like, it's not supposed to be like you're falling out crying, because they also want you to pay attention to the caper and the heist and those things. So I feel like the way they time the jokes and it feels like it feels like a script like a bunch of people worked on to make it technically. But when you say it's one guy, but it's also someone who's been writing skits and stuff for a decade, right? And maybe he'd been working on this thing for a long time, but like I was just really marveling this time that I watched it at how everything was put together.
He was nominated for an Oscar. The writing was please.
He was nominated for
he did. Yeah. He didn't win.
No, the only one who won was Kevin Kline. He won.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was nominated for Best Original Screenplay and Best Director. Speaking of the director, this was Charles Crichton's last movie. He died in '99, but he didn't make anything after 1988 for some reason. I'd have to look up why, but no. What was I going to say? I went into this movie and I told my dad that we were watching this, and he was like, "Oh, you're watching A Fish Called Wanda? That's a comedy." So I knew going in that it was a comedy. And I was watching it, and starting off, I was like, I'm not really I like the setup, but I wasn't really laughing. I don't think I really got into the film is when Jamie Lynn Curtis and John Cleese's story start. All the
when she visits him at the office.
Yeah,
and that's also, so funny. Bye, Uncle. She kisses him on the lips, and the guy's looking at the look he gives him. The old man. Like just the looks. Yeah,
just the way that Jamie Lee Curtis played this role.
yeah, she's great, right?
I think I laugh because there's reasons I laugh. I laugh when something's funny, but I also laugh when I'm impressed by something. Like I'm like, wow, they're doing that. Like
It's a happiness, it's a joy to it,
so
right?
I was like chuckling for everything that Jamie Lee Curtis was doing, like in the way that she like straight away knew what she had to say to convince this guy that uh, to get what she wanted, essentially. But the funniest scene in the movie for me, the one that I was dying laughing, was um, when she's at the house with John Cleese and she has to hide because the wife has come home. And,
Oh
and,
yeah.
what's,
What's
and Kevin and Kevin Kline's hiding behind the door, and then when he jumps out, and John Cleese doesn't know who he is, and he just starts saying, "Yeah, I'm from the CIA," and
It's
he's just
because his charm and his ability to like to improv that kind of stuff is like such a good scene. Otherwise,
John Cleese's wife. John Cleese's wife, and he has to pretend to give her the necklace. It's like he's pretending that he set up the champagne for her because he didn't expect her to come home, and he's just playing it off perfectly. And he gives her the necklace, but he has to get it back later.
And while Kevin Kline's doing his whole spiel, you see like John Cleese like looking off into the distance, like just staring into space because he has
Facial work on all these people. The comedy they do with their eyes, like Michael Palin, I was really marveling at how funny he was with just his expressions, and just he didn't have to say shit, and just the way he did with his eyes and stuff, and like all of them, it's just a masterclass in comedic acting, right? Comedic ensemble acting. Like if this was a sitcom, it would have been Seinfeld level, right? Just like perfection as far as like 4 instruments all complementing one another. Yeah.
Did you time because you were saying that you felt like it wasn't that like you weren't getting the laughs that you wanted except for like specific moments. Do you feel like it was too like stage play? It was too constructed? Like you could feel the strings sort of thing?
I almost want to say it was like, I mean, the best way I can explain it was like it was a product of its time, but I don't think that's fair to it. You know?
It's also very British too, and it's coming from a different point. And they don't think they always want to make you fall out. You know, they just want to make you like smile and say, "Oh, this is going to be a problem later."
Yeah,
or like it's like building. It's just like a delicious chef prepared a 5-star dinner, and like every course is for different things. You know,
there were definite callbacks or things that they were setting up that they definitely paid off later. Like Kevin Kline's constantly, "Don't call me stupid."
That was fucking great.
And I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a thing later."
Don't call me stupid.
It's multiple times.
Just great.
I love John Cleese's wife. Like I really appreciated her performance more really now because she was kind of funny too in the things she was doing. Because like when you see, I think this is a movie that bears repeating. Because like even if you look at the funny parts on YouTube or something, because I always laugh at different things, you know, it's just like really a mark of a good movie is if you get more things out of it and each time, you know.
I think what was also surprising about this movie is, I mean, my dad said it when he was prompting me for it, was that John Cleese, he plays such a straight man in this, which is against type for him, I find, except maybe Fawlty Towers. But other than that, like you look at the Monty Python films and stuff, he's always like, he's a larger than life character. In this one, he plays it completely straight, and I think that is to the benefit of the film, which I thought was surprising, especially because he wrote this for himself, right? Like he wrote the script, so he wrote the character for himself. I don't know if he had someone else he had in mind or if he was always going to do it, but I thought that was surprising. I want to ask you, Prag. You were saying that this film was also beautifully shot. I found this movie to be kind of standardly shot. It kind of reminded me of like
no, I'm talking about like in the scene, as far as the camera work, as far as the camera movement and how the camera was constantly moving and like obviously on tracks, right? In the apartment scenes and stuff, that camera was it's just not just a stayed shot like from the 40s where then they have a close-up on the character. There's a lot of movement and stuff, especially when they're outside in the courthouse and stuff. Like the way they decide to like focus and pull back, And that's not
Yeah.
something that I had really noticed up until now. I'm sorry, there seems to be a fucking bank robbery outside or something. It's like 20.
I could hear that, dude.
What is
That's
happening?
hilarious.
It's
I
Saturday. All right.
yeah, I do think like composition and
Friday. Why do you always want to make it Saturday?
I do think composition and camera work was a big strength of this film.
And then the camera loves Jamie Lee Curtis too. I mean, she's absolutely stunning in this movie, and she was really not out in movies a lot at this point.
Well,
like
no,
her career was kind of
Oh, she did.
right, but this was like late '80s, and so like people kind of like slept on her, right, until Freaky Friday and this
Scream Queen.
She was, but like that was like a teenager, right? This is her is stepping into her like young, maybe late 20s, early 30s, right? She became a woman so she became like more than just like an ingenue. She stepped into her complete female power. Like this is a powerful performance by her because she's funny, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's sexual, and she's also not cheap. Right, all of those things that make someone glamorous, supposedly. I think that she fucking really cooked on this one. She should have got a fucking Oscar nominee too. I would find it hard to say why she wouldn't. You know,
I agree. Like it's her and Kevin Kline to me are the standouts of this film. Like I feel like
they're the leads.
Kind of does his thing, like he does his thing. You know what I mean? But
but if you don't have Michael Palin, this movie I think falls apart. It's like four wheels. I think it's almost like Seinfeld, where you have Costanza and you have Kramer and you have George. You have Jerry and you have the four mains, right? And they all have different archetypes. It's very.
I really love that scene. Like you were talking about the part where Kevin Kline is torturing him, but also the scene where like John Cleese is trying to stay level-headed and trying to get the name of the hotel out of him, and like the whole time he's like, I'm sorry. Okay, so
I have a funny one from him, John Cleese. When they have the break-in, he's pretending that they got robbed so he can get the necklace back from his wife. Yes. And then Kevin Kline comes in and actually beats him up and knocks him out. And then the wife comes home and he's got to keep up the thing, and he's trying to swallow the chain. And he's just like that. To me, the timing of that is crazy. And then he spits it out. And like, I wonder how many times they had to film that to make it, all the physical comedy in this is a little underrated too. Cause Kevin Kline is moving crazy through this too.
Yeah.
Right. The action.
Did you feel like Jamie Lee Curtis's like arc of slowly like falling for John Cleese's character? Did you feel like that was?
You think she was though? I think she was hustling.
I 100% got that. Like by the end, she's like, "Why don't?"
I'll tell you what. I think that her character likes in that moment. She's into whoever she's making love to because that's what she enjoys that process, and she can find the good part in whoever she's with because that's why she's so good at it. So she falls in love with that moment. But I think it's all a long con for all of them because they get at the end. She does get on the plane, but you also have to understand John Cleese wrote this movie, right? And he's writing it from the perspective of an older man. It's a fantasy too. It's also a fantasy. Like the fantasy is like, oh yeah, they escaped to Argentina or whatever, and like in the real world, she's gonna fucking cook him too, right? But this is John Cleese's. He kind of writes this for the other older professionals, I suppose.
Here's the thing: is like I kind of felt their chemistry though. Like I know the start of the movie.
Well, he's like sexy man. He's fit in this, right? And the hair's not great, but he's intelligent. Listen, women also really are more rizzed by intelligence and sense of humor than physical presence.
I know, but I kind of.
And he's smart, and the other one's dumb, and she don't like that. Yeah. Maybe her yum is intelligence, and that's what really turns her on.
Yeah, I mean I agree, but I also find the interesting thing about it is the repeating motif of like when she's rizzing him, the music that plays is very like a typical rom-com music. Like it's twinkly and it's like they're falling in love, but it's like it's a con. But then, but then as the movie goes on, it kind of becomes natural. Like it becomes it becomes the rom-coms in a way.
I think she likes the fact she doesn't really have to rizz him. He's kind of self-rizzing himself, and like she has to constantly maintain Kevin Kline's relationship, but he is down. Like he really is
his
interested.
marriage is falling
believes in
apart.
it.
Right?
Yeah,
Like this,
well, obviously that's definitely a component to it as well.
I love also when he's like she has the money. She's the rich one. I don't
right.
I don't know anything.
And that's a gut check time because like normally if it wasn't about the con, she would have dumped him at that point, right? Because if she was trying to con him.
Exactly. They kind of form a rapport. Do you not agree, Tom, or you didn't feel that at all?
I think she definitely was like, I'm with whoever gets me to the next position.
Really?
Yeah.
And that could be if there was a sequel to this. Maybe when they got to Argentina, she would have fucking dumped him, and maybe that's just like.
But she felt it in the moment at the end of the movie. So. Yeah.
Well, she was definitely not like turned off by him.
No,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right. So
I thought we were talking about true love. That's what I thought.
The true love. Well, I think true love can be in fleeting moments as well. It can be.
It could be. It's like this is the thing about love is like people's brains are so dynamic and how they work and what actually ultimately attracts them. Nobody could ever fucking predict some of the fucking couples I've seen. Right. We've all seen fucking couples that make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But that's the way evolution is, because you want to get for other traits. You want to not just get beauty traits passed on. You need intelligence in order to survive. Your child's not going to survive if he's beautiful and dumb. Your child's going to survive if he's smart and can get money. Okay, get money and smart is always going to get better than beautiful for a woman looking for a man, because if she wants beautiful, she'll go fuck another woman.
Money makes the world go round, don't it?
I mean, it's not. No, that just illustrates the capacity to survive and just the capacity to get money. It's not necessarily the money; it's the skill.
And that's the official stance here at Three Grandmas. Money equals love.
Money equals love.
We're putting the stamp on that. We're putting the stamp on that. The seal.
Oh, that's it.
But what was I going to say? I really, really enjoyed this movie. I'm trying to think of what else I want to talk about. I really liked just her trying to get this fucking diamond from him, and also trying to get out of him the necklace, and trying to get out of him like what the plans are for we haven't even talked about the fake husband, the fake partner. Who's the whole movie.
He's hilarious too.
He's great. I mean, he's a straight mobster guy.
Like a mobster caricature, yeah.
Yeah, but no, he's great as well. And there's the whole jealousy with him from the start as well.
The movie talks about jealousy a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it deals with it a lot. I mean, the wife isn't jealous at all. She's just like her whole thing is she has power over him, and she exercises. Yeah, and she exercises that power. There's no love there at all.
And she's really oblivious to most of really what's going on for most of it, right? But because I feel like they're just like on cruise control.
Yeah.
Right? They got the estate, they got their kid, and like she's a pain in the ass. She's in, Daddy, can we get another horse? Right? That whole scene. What's wrong with this horse? Yeah, it's funny.
Do you think he loves his daughter, Tom?
Does he love his daughter? I think he's just fucking shit. I think that's a funny part of it. I think it's a comedic way of playing it.
Yeah.
It's like, take my wife, please.
He has more love for him than he does for them.
Yeah. I don't think the wife has any love for him at all. Don't think she respects him. Like,
it seems a very like institutionalized, pre-planned,
almost arranged.
A land exchange, right? Whatever. Like she's wealthy, so she marries a barrister or whatever.
Sleep in a barista,
right? The two bedrooms in the same room. The two beds in the same room is fucking wild. Even
that's
late
goals
80s.
right there. That's goals.
And it's
like there's a scene when she's got her slip on and she takes her panties off to get into bed, and she looks at him like, "Oh my god, is he gonna see?"
Don't look at me,
right? And she's like hiding in the corner, and it's so crazy.
Like, right? And then later, when after he, she starts forming feelings for him again after he takes her to bed, right? Like because he had to, because that was where the evening was going, and he had to keep up appearances. But no, she was like, "You did a good job. You still got it." I
still
thought
got
that was I thought that was very interesting. But then she throws it by the wayside as soon as
Again, John Cleese wrote this. Of course, he's gonna put it in there like that.
Did you say you still got it? It's on the script. Just say it.
Now remember, Archie has a massive dick, and everyone's in love with him. Right?
Is that part of it? I can't remember. I watched it like 2 weeks.
Grace and love.
Well, he doesn't want you to think he has a small dick. I know that.
Yeah, was there alluding to the fact he had a big penis, or was that
I don't know. It's just like fucking
from memory?
midlife crisis. The movie, you
It
know.
was something though, or maybe it was a different movie I watched where that was the through line. That was like a running joke. Was that one of the characters like has a massive member?
Good
And I
Morning
can't remember
Donut.
this one.
It's a morning show
Yeah.
called Good Morning Donut, and yeah,
The
the host has the fucking ding-a-ling that won't stop.
He calls
There's a
it something.
guy.
Called a fucking bell.
I think his name's Todd.
That's right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that
But
what
do you know him?
summarized?
Do you know him?
Do I know him?
No,
Not
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
He's fucking
no.
real.
We're not even close to summarizing Craig.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. What was
Next
I going to
section.
say?
Do you want to talk about what happened after this movie for John Cleese's writing career? Because they made a sequel. They made a sequel, but it was nothing to do. It was the same 4 cast members, but it was about a zoo.
What?
What?
Yes, you don't know about this? What was the name of that movie? Let me look it up.
No?
Wiki. Yeah, it's the same cast, but it's a different plot.
Fierce Creatures.
Fierce Creatures.
What the? It's
Yep.
got the same poster as well.
It's the sequel. He wrote it. Not a good movie.
Is it bad? Oh no!
I've seen it in so long, but I remember seeing it and saying, "This is not going to be Fish Called Wanda level success." Right? I have to see it again. It would be real interesting to see again. Maybe it was better than I remember, but there was a lemur in it, and it was about zoo animals, and like they play all different characters, but the same kind of thing happens. Like it's like, what if there was an alternate reality where the same characters were living different lives? It's almost like it's like past lives deal. So like all of these souls are in different bodies, or but it's still Kevin Kline, and so. Check that out. And then as far as I know, I don't think he wrote anything after that. He's just been cashing mailbox checks for that Monty Python money since then.
Roger Ebert awarded the film 2.5 out of 4 stars.
Yeah. Well, we know how Ebert's.
Yeah, we don't trust him.
It lacks the hair trigger timing, the headlong rush into comic logic that made Wanda so special. So
right.
So he didn't write anything else after that.
Not to my knowledge, that nothing that he really went for to do it like that.
I mean, he didn't he have like a bunch of like controversies after this as well. I'm sure he didn't have very good.
He is the type of person that is a very free speech orientated comedian. So anytime he says something, he's gonna say, "Let them say it."
Right.
But that doesn't, let him.
His writing work. I guess I need to go to IMDb, but I like John Cleese a lot in this. I think Fawlty Towers is like
amazing,
absolute classic. Obviously, like you can't go
Monty Python movies, obviously too, Life of Brian and Meaning of Life, and
but no, Jamie Lee Curtis has done a heap since then as well. Freaky Friday.
And she was just recently in the third. Isn't there a second or third Freaky Friday? So she was just in that recently.
Yeah. I'm not interested in seeing that, but
well, if you and you saw
to put a 2 on it
special, you would
also
understand why it's important.
Pretty sure she wanted Halloween Kills to win an Oscar, like be nominated for Best Picture. Which I thought was
did she see it?
Did she see it?
Did you see her own movie?
Well, she was talking about how it was like, we've got rioting on the streets, Black Lives Matter, and then
that's right, yeah.
And it's like all about mob justice. It's really bad. I mean, she's
evil dies tonight.
She's a little cuckoo, but I love Jamie. She's
a one of one. The thing about Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't really know anyone who looks like her exactly. You know, like nobody really,
I don't know.
and like she always rocks that short hair, right? Which
Uh-huh.
could really look terrible on if it's not done right. But she has a very unique
I
style.
think that's all. That's only been her look.
Yeah,
It's only been her look.
Yeah.
What
The
is-
what do they
is the
call
movie
that?
she did?
Pixie cut.
Yeah,
Mm,
the
yeah.
Pixie Cut. What that movie she did when she does the like the pole dance scene, like that's very famous, and I can't remember what movie it is. You know what I'm
True
talking
Lies.
about?
True Lies.
Is it True Lies?
I think so.
True Lies.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not a pole dancing, but yeah.
Well, there's a pole.
So
That's a great movie too. True Lies is one of my favorite action movies.
Yeah, there's a pole. It's like a
Oh.
bed frame. It's a bed frame pole. But yeah, is that the movie?
True Lies. Yeah.
I think it was when she's Schwarzenegger's husband and they are spies and that whole
What did you just say?
Schwarzenegger's husband. That's right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Am I not allowed to say the person's name?
wanna-
Who's the
you wanna-
governor?
I just
MJC.
I thought it was Schwarzenegger.
Guys, this is Black History Month. You can't be.
Oh my God! What did you just do? What do you say? What am I saying?
Well, if we cut that out, if we cut
crazy.
that,
Can I say Niger or is that okay?
you're cooked. You're cooked.
Why?
was
Because
gonna take it out of
no.
That's Schwartz
I was
guy.
going to take that out of context.
How did I take it out of context?
Just cut the shorts, and you're cooked, bro. Oh,
Schwartz.
she won an Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which she didn't deserve, by the way. There were better performances in that movie.
That's a lifetime achievement award.
Well,
Oscars. They've always given you Oscars for something you did in the past.
And there was
Oscars are always for something you did 2 movies ago. The Oscars always give it as a lifetime achievement. It's always that way. It's all okay.
she's great in Knives Out, which you haven't watched, Prags.
I'm never gonna watch that because I like Jamie Lee Curtis and I want to keep liking her.
In that movie. No, yeah, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and I'm trying to think what else has Kevin Kline done. Like, I need a refresh.
I don't know what happened to Kevin Kline actually.
I know every time I've
Fucking balled too hard in the late '80s and balled out.
Yeah, even in interviews, he's always the cooker. But I don't know what.
I remember in La Cage aux Folles, I remember in this, and then he probably. This is the thing. What I think happened with John Cleese, he didn't want to make a sequel, but they said, "Here's the money, John. Here is all the money. Just give me a script. You could be whatever you want." And he probably pooped it out. He probably made it bad on purpose, right? Because he doesn't really give a fuck,
Oh, he was in the Pirates of Penzance, which is
He's a musical theater guy too, so he's on Broadway a lot. Kevin Kline. I feel like he's a Broadway guy.
Yeah. Isn't he he does a lot of cameos. Like he's a character actor, so he shows up in
Do whatever you
like in
want.
small roles. You know what I mean? He's like Martin Short. I'd put him and Martin Short in the. He's in the Pink
You
Panther.
would put him in the same category as Martin Short.
That's crazy.
Oh, Kevin Kline's a lead comedy guy. Martin Short is crazy, wacky.
I think he's hilarious. Well, he's
I
wacky
know.
like this character.
Yeah, but this guy is like objectively leading man handsome. Kevin Kline is also can definitely be like, you know what I'm saying? But Marty is definitely not, I'm thinking of him that skate with the pool with water.
Yeah.
And they do the male fucking
Jamie Lee Curtis was nominated opposite of Stephanie Sue. I think that's how you pronounce the last name.
Yeah, in
The daughter. That's crazy that she.
I know.
That's
The daughter was the best performance in the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, we love Jamie Lee, so let's give her this award. Finally, she should have won in 1989, but now we do this.
She was just angry.
That's why I don't watch the fucking award shows. It can be annoying.
But it's fun if we do. If
It is fun.
like,
Watch then. We'll definitely do it then. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt.
yeah.
Eddington wasn't nominated still, but we'll get to that in a minute in the next epi.
Well, your next epi isn't Eddington; it's Garfield.
The next epi we have to tape is in an hour, right? We're doing another episode of Three Grandmas where we'll review Sinners after this.
Why are we switching? Also,
because so I can release it in 2 episodes on YouTube. It's better.
Why do we need an hour intermission?
So I can upload the previous one. So I can upload this one. Let's schedule this one and do all that. But listen.
listen.
Do we have anything else we want to say before we get to summarizing our
Summarizing.
thoughts?
I'm trying to think. No, I think I've said everything. Like I really have, I don't really have any problems with this movie.
Right.
It's really tough for me to find like it fits what I like. As far as what I like, this is what I like. This is exactly the type of comedy that I fuck with because it's a thinker, but it's also funny and it's like makes. I was watching it on stream. And I like, how I was like jitzing around when we were watching that other movie and you got mad at me, JC. I was not jitzing around for this one. I was locked in and it was making me laugh. Like I was really laughing hard at one scene. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was with the wife, like you said, when Kevin Kline's like with the CIA. That whole I was just fucking rolling sitting here, and I had forgotten about it, right? Because you know the scenes you've remembered that made you laugh, but it doesn't make you laugh every time because you get used to it, and you're like, oh, this is what happened, and you make smile, but actually making me laugh is really something that I love.
I think the only other thing that I could say, the only gripe I might have with this movie, is that it does go on a little longer than I think it should have. I did feel like I did feel like I got a little bit tired of the shtick of Kevin. Like I love Kevin Kline in this movie. I think he's so good, but I think he starts repeating himself a little bit at the end with his shtick, and
they could trim.
Yeah, I think a little bit of ego trimming would have done this movie really well. But other than that, I think this is really good, really really solid film.
Do we want to summarize? Do we want to?
Yeah, I want to know time. Like before we summarize, I want to know time. Obviously, you didn't.
I have nothing hidden to report. Nothing, no twists, no turns.
Okay, but I know you didn't love this film. Is there anything about it that, like, can you think of anything that kind of didn't trigger it for you, or like just like in the construct or anything, like just not good enough performances or just anything?
No, see, that's a problem. I think once I figured out it was a comedy, I was expecting something really funny and I didn't get it. But it's not awful. Obviously, it's really well written. You had mentioned earlier the pace is just right there. I don't think it goes on too long. I think it's fine. I think it's a fine length. Yeah, I think it's just a weird expectation, which is I don't think it's right because I just found out what the movie was.
Like you've never heard of this, like you've never seen.
I know,
like
but
it's
then
totally foreign to you, right?
Like, oh, this is gonna be funny, and then it's not as funny.
You have to get a comfort with this group first, right? There's no, like you have to spend the first 45 minutes figuring out what's happening.
I didn't mention that I'm not a Monty Python guy. I saw the Life of Brian. I thought that was funny, but I've never fully seen the Holy Grail. I've seen parts of it.
No,
I didn't watch the show, So, yeah, it's just I'm not used to these people and their comedies,
Yeah, fair. Well, I mean, let's get into final thoughts. Again, it's a summary, but also try, throw some stuff in.
I'm putting a timer on right here, dog. So like when you start yapping, it's gonna say 9 minutes here. Oh, it's gonna say 3
minute and a half.
You want a minute and a half per person?
Yes.
Okay.
Per person.
All right. I'm putting it on the clock.
Let's do it now, and then we'll be able to.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 3,
right, minute and a half,
2, 1.
Minute and a half. This is your time.
Who goes first?
Oh, I go last. It's my movie, you fucking ding-a-ling.
Let me restart.
God damn it! This is why we can't do anything, right?
Yeah, go. All right. So, you're going first.
I'll go first. Okay.
Oh my God! Now we have to start again.
This is a trial run.
This is a good bit.
See, because you stop us every 5 fucking seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I'm against censorship. I don't like being told what to say. I feel like this really stifles my ability, and I think this is anti-David Lynch because he gets told the scene's going too long. What does he say? Why do you worry about time? So why do you worry about time, JC? It is what it is. So
time's an illusion.
I'm gonna explain my movie. This is the review you're getting from now on. These are how we're gonna do these. 70 out of 100. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. That's it. Thank you. Nope, that's what you get, JC.
Okay, and then now there's extra minute. So JC, you can have that minute or you can trade it.
I see my time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I am now stealing your minute and a half, and then I'm going to add a minute and a half for mine. So, A Fish Called Wanda, I really enjoyed it. I think I didn't know what I was expecting going into it.
Time.
Like my
Next.
dad, my dad. Here's what I'll say. I think Prag is a terrible co-host, and I think he needs to get off the show.
I'm a lead. That's true. I'm not a fucking co-host. I'm a fucking main for sure.
Listen. I just try to do the best I can for my good friend. All right. This isn't me trying to control the show.
1 minute 50 seconds.
Control you. I mean, I set the timer off for I set it for an hour and a half. Oh shit!
No, now you have 1 minute 40 seconds.
I fucked up. All right.
You'll hear my bell going.
So listen, I really like this movie. I think Kevin Kline is the standout, but I also think Jamie Lee Curtis comes in at a close second. Like they're running a race, one's getting ahead, and then the other one's getting ahead, and then they finally stumble and land over the line, and everyone cheers. But it was a photo finish. Kevin Kline comes out on top. He holds up the trophy. I can't believe Charles Crichton, the director, didn't make anything after this. Did he fall asleep and just like never make another film ever again? Like, what was up with that dude? Was he smoking cigars for another 11 years, and that's why he died? I don't know what's going on with him, but this was great. I really enjoyed it. I would give it an 85 out of 100. And see,
perfect. Okay. This movie came out at a time when people were really thirsting for Monty Python type material, and I think John Cleese really nailed it with a script that was so well organized and also funny, because you could make a caper and you can make a comedy, but it's tough to make both. I loved how all four of the characters synergized with one another. I felt like that was by design, and you can see a masterpiece of a script laid out, because I feel like you had a great script, but then you had to have those wonderful performances. And I know it would be funny if I gave this a 90, because I'm supposed to give everything a 90 that according to Baki, but I'm not going to give it a 90. I'm going to give it a 95, because I think this is what smart comedy looks like. And that's my review.
Perfect.
And I have 30 seconds.
We did it, team. We did it. Listen, what I want to say quickly, Tom, is like it wasn't meant to be a control over you. Hold on, let me just say what I want to say. What I want to say. Okay.
No. I'll put them back on. It's like the UN.
Like the 2 minutes. The minute and a half thing is just to give you a feel of like in general, because we're not going to have the timer.
Well, you know what I'm going to start doing, JC? I'm going to write my summary before I come here, and then I'll have it for another 90 seconds. It'll be clean, and that'll help me.
My favorite thing when I used to play music and be in a band, I loved when the other members of the band would tell me how to play my parts and how to create an art, right, and express myself artistically. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Listen, constraints. That's what lead to
creativity. Art loves constraints.
Constraints lead to creativity. Do you think Jaws would be as good as it was if the shark, if the animatronic shark worked the way it was supposed to?
But they edited it after the fact. They didn't edit it while they were doing it.
But that was still constraints.
I want to say, JC, because we're the true artists, we turned it into a fun bit. When you were being acrimonious and negative and cynical, we were like, oh, let's make it fun and funny so we don't feel negative. Yeah. And now we actually fix. And then what is happening?
No. Is Ice coming to get you, Frank?
There's nobody here 24/7. Like there's the most quiet.
I've never heard anything in the background. That's crazy.
Yeah, not today.
Don't go outside. Don't go outside.
Don't go outside, dog.
Don't let them in. That's a special preview for the next episode. Don't let them in.
Don't let them in.
Listen. If they are protesting rioting, Frank, you should be out there like right now. If you stick to your beliefs, you should be out there.
To do what?
Get out of here.
There's no protest today, JC. We're doing it. We're doing it in the Senate.
Up, like during this show, so like a murder could have happened.
Well, I'm happy. No, I'll tell you right now. The protest is happening in the Congress where the government's going to be shut down until they reform the fucking ICE, and that's the way it should be because that's actually actionable.
And
Okay, so the protests work.
They should be allowed to wear masks. He should stop saying that. Stop saying
No masks.
Yeah.
There's not going to be masks. Masks off, fucking cams on. That's it.
Fucking shoot. I can't stand that guy. But what are we doing?
JC, the only reason we have this opportunity to change it is because he's commanded the Senate from the minority, which is amazing. The agenda has been pushed by the Democrats for the last year because they're so fucking unable to coordinate.
Don't worry about
what they vote on. It's about what they vote on, right?
Is it Chuck Schumer?
Chuck Schumer, yeah.
Oh, spineless coward.
Can't stand that fucking guy. Anyway,
you guys are ignorant.
What are we doing in 1 hour, guys? What are we reviewing, and who picked it?
We are continuing with what the theme of this even is anymore, but it seems like it could be Oscar. You know,
yeah, it's Oscar.
Months.
But it's following a thing. It looks like it's going Oscars time because we did Begonia, and now we're doing this movie.
Next.
The most
true
nominated movie of all time in the past all timeness, featuring a black director and a nearly all black cast.
Is this the most nominated film with a black director, or is this the most nominated film? Okay, I was a little confused.
Melania?
No, it's Sinners. Sinners.
Technically, a documentary can be nominated for Best Picture, so that
this is real. This was real.
Yeah, they could change the nominees
really
at the last second.
Yeah.
This is how Melania
yeah.
can still win. This is how Melania can still win.
Says Mask Off is a good song,
and says that he's going to strip. Wait, the Oscars on YouTube this year, huh?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, okay. Let's say it was on like ABC, whatever. If Donald Trump said, "Hey, I'm going to strip your license," and
if you don't put
Melania in last second, I could do that. Holy shit!
He probably could. This is how Melania can still win, guys.
No, the president can't just take someone's fucking broadcasting license. The Federal Trade Commission and the FCC.
I mean, literally threatened.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel was off the air. Thanks, Sinclair Broadcasting.
The only thing I know about Donald Trump is if you go to Polymarket tonight, there's 11% odds that he's going to say the N-word publicly in this month. There's 11%.
That's pretty good odds.
It's crazy, right? For the president of the United States, right? And like, just say what I'm going to say before you say you hate Polymarket. Just let me tell my joke before you tell me I hate it. Like, I don't like it either, but that's not the joke.
I'm sorry.
Step on my lines.
No,
because the joke's ruined.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm very excited. I've watched Sinners twice already, and I'm watching it a third time. Like before we went live, I was still watching it. So,
what's Mask Off?
What's Mask Off? Fucking Mask Off.
But did we say something about Mask Off?
Yeah,
I'm reading the chat.
ICE agents take their masks off.
ICE agents take.
Oh, okay.
You said mask off, cam up. That's what you said.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
this is the thing about the chat. Sometimes I'll say something, and then because there's a delay. First, there's the delay for the stream.
I think you don't read the chat for about 10 minutes, and then you go back to it.
That's not true because sometimes I'm streaming for 2 hours and there's nobody in chat. So how do you expect me to stand there and read a chat that doesn't move, dog? So you want me to sit there like a fucking golden retriever waiting for your fucking dumb joke to come through when nobody's been there for 2 hours?
Specifically, I don't care about anyone else. Me specifically.
I don't
listen.
People call me on the phone during my show.
It's gonna be fun to talk about Sinners in an hour.
Yes.
So we'll be coming back at like 10:15 for me. What time would that be? 6:15.
6:15.
7:15 or
6:15. 6:15.
6:15.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for this, guys. It's always fun. Ice out. Fuck ice.
JC, I wish you were concerned about Australian politics as much as where you live, and maybe the world would be better.
I just joined WA Socialists. I just paid $10 for the. I'm excited.
All right.
I'm waiting for them to call back.
That's good.
They're having their founding conference today, so
okay.
I can't be there because I live in the middle of nowhere.
So you're going to help elect a lot of conservative members by splitting the vote. That's the plan.
Yeah. tankies. I'm going to be putting tankies in that love.
We'll see you in an hour. Bye.